Hey guys, curdhos from Hostyle Conditioning. This morning, Pat and I, remember Pat from a few videos ago, we talked about bodybuilding and powerlifting. Today we're going to be hitting up some bench. We're changing it up. We're going to go to some speed benching. We're also going to be using chains and bands, so I'll go over that a little bit later. But you can see, if you look over, we got about 80 pounds of chains hanging. We got a double blue band suspended across the bar. And we're going to be working 9 sets, 3 wide, 3 medium, 3 narrow. And the whole idea is to press it as fast as you can. You come down under control and explode as fast as you can. So we're developing a lot of speed off the bench, deeper muscle recruitment and a strength curve, because we're using bands and chains, which makes things a lot harder, so that when we go to just a normal bench, it should be smooth sailing overall. Alright, so here we go. We're going to start with our first set. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Up. Over. Excellent. Here we go. And press hard. Good. Hard. Good. And fast. Good. And rock. Awesome. Alright. If you notice, you have spotting, because of chains and bands especially, anything can happen. Better to be safe. There's going to be some people out there going, oh, he's got his hands on the bar. I tell my partner whenever I'm spotting him, if and when I have to help him so that he knows, 9 times out of 10, there's nothing I have to do, but my hands are there when we're doing something different like this for safety, alright? It's not an ego thing. Ego is when you compete on the bench. Ego is when you do your max attempt. That's when the ego comes out. This is all about safe, effective training, alright? So be prepared and don't do this stuff alone. You need a spotter, because you can give out at any time with this craziness of bands and chains happening. No, do a warm-up set here. Okay, bring it up. 1, 2, 3, hop. Good. Come on. Good. Like I said, you're trying to be as explosive as you can on these 3 sets. Try to create a lot of dynamic speed off the bottom. A lot of guys are complaining that they have trouble with the pop off the chest. This is where it's going to help. Lots of speed, lots of drive, teaching your body to be fast. If you don't work speed on your bench, you can't expect to be faster on the bench. It's like any other sport. You have to work speed and explosiveness. You have to practice speed and explosiveness. So that's what we're doing today. Let's do it again. Another set of wide.
Gotta make this faster, Lawrence.
Go speed, faster. Speed on 3. 1, 2, 3. Up. All right, here we go. Hard. Good. You said heel drive. Hard. Better. And hard. Up, 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 up. Excellent. Rack. Much better. As you can see, this second set was faster than this first because he's focusing on the speed. Usually the weight we like to use is anywhere from 40 to 50% of your max. You can go as low as 30 until you get used to it, okay? But again, it's not about max effort. It's about max speed and contraction, all right? So I'm going to go a little heavier. Right now, before the bands and chains, we've got about 195 on there, so I'm just going to go a little bit heavier. So now we're looking at about 235 before the bands and the chains, and that ends up being about 40-some% of a 500 raw. So that's kind of what I like to use as a gauge. Pat's raw, max raw is in the mid 3s right now, 340s, 350s. So the 185 is around 185, 195. He's getting close to his 45-50% there. So again, we don't want to go much heavier now. We want to focus on speed. All right, here we go. Another set of wide. Set up the same you would in a normal bench position. Here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Up. And right. Excellent. Still trying to maintain the speed. Probably a little bit slower than the set before, but that's a good weight that's challenging at the same time. We're going to do one last set of 3 wide. Now when I talk about wide grip, medium grip, and narrow grip, what I'm really talking about is one handful in. Alright, I see these people that do these wide benches where their hands are way out and their wrists are all cocked crazy. It's retarded. I also do the same thing, the close grip bench. When I see guys doing this and their hands are together, all you're doing is destroying your wrists and your elbows. Alright? You got your normal grip, which we consider the middle. Wide would be one handful more, and then from the middle, wide would be one handful in. So lots of space in between, keep those elbows in, all right? Work the triceps and the shoulders, okay? So forget this crap and this madness, all right? Normal grip is your middle, one handful wide, one handful in for your narrow, all right. Set number 3 of the wide. Go. Nice and tight, nice and tight. Whole body's gonna be tight. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Up and over. Here we go. Drive it up. Yes. Speed. Here we go. Speed. Yes. Big breath. Drive it hard. And wrap. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So we definitely would not increase this weight as we do this over the next 3 or 4 weeks until we see an appreciable increase in his bench speed. So he's benching faster, but we need to increase that speed overall. Yeah. Last set of 3 wide.
Staying on this one?
What's that?
Staying on this way?
Yeah, let's stay on this way. Alright, let's go. 1, 2, 3, up. Good. Alright, now we're going to bring it into the medium grip, which would be a sort of our normal grip. Cool things happen as you bring your grip in. You tend to feel a little stronger, but you're also increasing the range of motion, because as you bring your arms in, you're going to go a lot further. So that's a shorter stroke, that's a longer stroke, and the close grip's the longest stroke. So as you get a little bit more help from the triceps, we're also increasing the distance that we're traveling. As you can see, it's speed, getting a little winded, he goes, I goes. None of this 5-8 minute rest between sets crap. It's go, go, go. It's time to work out. Here we go. So Pat will set up on his wide grip, and then we'll bring one handful in from there. So now bring it in one handful. That's it. Excellent. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Up. Use those triceps. Here we go. And drive. Good. Bring here. Hard. Good. Hard. Good, and rock. Awesome.
At distance.
See now his arms are a little bit closer, they're going a little longer. He's also getting more band pulling, he's also getting more chain off the floor. So as he's getting a little stronger, it's actually getting tougher for him to do as well. Yeah. It's a little deceiving.
You can feel that. As soon as you get under it, you can feel the distance.
It feels like it's an extra 1.5 instead of 2 inches, right? Alright, here we go. So, roll the bar forward into my rack. I'll set up for my wide grip. Now I'll bring in one handful from there. That's my medium grip. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Up. Over. And round. Now I probably go a little heavier the way the speed's going, but it's my first week doing it, so I'm happy with staying with that. Alright, first week is just sort of reintroducing it to the body. Haven't done it in a while. Second and third week was where you get the adaptive responses. So second week, I'm crushing it even faster, and I might go a little heavier. I'm going to stay on this, like I said, 3 to 4 weeks. Minimum 3, maximum 4. The only time I pull out 4 on this is if I'm just really cooking it and I'm really feeling it, and I want to capture 1 extra week of that recovery and adaptation, then I'll do it. But after 4, pull the pin and let's go. Alright, here we go. Second set of medium.
You're not talking long enough anymore.
I know, eh? The speed gets shorter, the rest gets shorter.
Here we go.
Nice and tight. Tighter you are, the faster that bar's going to travel. Alright, let's get focused. On 3, 2, 1. Up, over, release. Here we go. Hard fast. Good. Big air. Hard. Good. Hard. Good, and wrap. The second set, smoother.
Better control, that one's under better control.
A little more focus, right? First week doing this, so it's learning a couple of the groove patterns again. The other thing you'll notice is that when he is done doing his set and I'm done mine, the spotter has the hands on the bar. When we say rack, we're bringing the bar back, but the spotter's bringing it back as well to make sure that we pull it into the rack and down. Sometimes you drive it so far back, it can bounce out. But if your spotter's grabbed it, pulled it in with you, you can rack it safely. So you get it off your load off quickly. But I've seen guys bounce it too far back without a spotter, and it bounces off the catches and lands on, alright? So another safety tip, use your spotter, alright? It's important. Last set of medium, here we go.
Just two? This is only two.
Oh, second last. That's why I have a spotter training partner as well, because I can't count. So I have a couple more sets to go. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, up. There we go. And rock. Good set, in the groove. It's all about getting that groove, getting more comfortable, driving harder. Last set of medium, and then we go to narrow for 3. Here we go. All about getting tight. You notice every set Pat's gotten better with the new grip because he's getting comfortable, he's getting in his groove, he's getting his zone in. His body's starting to recognize what it has to do. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Up. Here we go. Hard. Better. Good. Big air. Hard. Aggressive. Here we go. Big air. Hard. Yes. And rack. Very nice. Very nice. Like I said, every set's gotten better. All right. This is my last set of medium grip. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Forward. Feet in position. Shoulders back. Hips up. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Up. Drop. 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 Excellent. Alright. Now we move on to the narrow. Again, it's going to be one handful more. No more. Sets coming up. So now we went from our wide, one handful in, now we're bringing in one more. Here we go. Let's do it. This is going to be the longest range set, so you're going to be tight. Here we go.
A little worried this time.
You have to be focused, more focused. A couple extra inches is going to feel like a mile. We're going to fight through that. Here we go. Nice and tight. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Up. Over. Here we go. Drive hard. Good. Fight. Big hand. Let's go. Hard. Squeeze. Good. Last one. Here we go. Hard. Hold and rock. Yes, sir. Close grip. Whew. It's like the first 4, 6 sets, we're just getting you ready for that one. As you can see, you might not be able to tell, a lot of effort, a lot of fight. Those of you that haven't used chains and haven't used bands, there's a lot of extra fight in there. You're fighting it every inch of the way. In a normal bench, when you're pressing off the chest, once it starts moving, it gets easier. But because now with the chains getting heavier as we pull more chain off the floor, and the band's getting tighter, pulling down upon us, the further we get up, the harder it's getting. So we're really working through that strength curve. We're really forcing ourselves to get stronger and fight from the bottom all the way to the top. Alright? Big difference when you do this for 3 or 4 weeks and then rotate into normal benching. You'd be surprised. And when you can move your normal bench faster, you can be able to press more weight. You can handle more weight. Alright? Speed is important. Explosiveness. Tight, intensity, explosiveness. Here we go. So this is my medium grip. So now I'm bringing in one more. Here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Up. Here we go. Right. There we go. Big difference.
Steve's the ceiling, huh?
Huge. I mean, I've done it many times over the years, so I know what to expect. But still, every time I do it, it's that extra shot to the body. The body's still going, whoa, I haven't done this in a while. All right, as you can see, we're breathing, we're huffing and puffing. We're about to do set 8. We've been doing this for about 15 minutes.
Come on.
Most other guys would be on their 3rd set.
That's right.
Let's go. Let's go. It's a workout. Push the body. Intensity.
Okay, Barnes.
Let's go. Tighter than the first time, faster than the first time. Let's go. Second set's always best. 3, 2, 1, up. Here we go. Harder. Oh yeah, big difference, big difference. His body's ready for it. He's focused now. Best set right here, folks. Yeah. And back. Beautiful. It's exciting because once week 2 and 3 comes along, it's going to be even faster, even quicker.
It's like night and day, huh?
Light and day, because your body's getting used to it. And the key is the tighter you are from head to toe, from the toes, the heels on the ground, right up to the traps on the back of the bench, on the traps back on the bench, the tighter all that stuff is, the more power you're going to have. Here we go, number 2. Let's go. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3, up. And right. Good. Up, get up. Almost done, almost done. One more set each.
Well, speech?
Yes, eh? Sometimes a good story gets in there, sometimes just to break it up a bit. That's alright, last set though, home stretch.
Here we go.
Like a racehorse heading to the barn, we're going to do it hard.
Here we go.
On 3, come on now. 1, 2, 3, up. Last set, here we go. Hard, good. Hard. One more, here we go. Right those heels, yes, good. Good set. Like I said, this is week 1. Week 2 and 3 are going to be crazy. They'll be like bullets on the street. They'll be like piston engines. Here we go. Not the diesel engine either. Race car engine. Here we go. Here we go. Last set. On 3. 1, 2, 3, up. And Yep, there you go. 9 sets, just over about 16 minutes. 17, I guess. Good effort, working really hard. And that's it, we're going to move on to 1, maybe 2 more body two exercises, maybe something for triceps, or maybe something for shoulders, and then we're done. The whole workout's going to take 35, 40 minutes at the most.
Yep.
We're in, we're out. This is Pat and Kurt saying thanks and crush it from Hostile.
Let's do it again next week.